Look.
What's going on, my fellow Reforgers? Today we're switching it up and I'm going to be doing something a little bit different for the video. Today I'm going to be giving you guys a few tips and tricks to help you guys have more success in your endeavors in the land of ARMA McBoobies. One of the first tips I got for you guys is use your bayonet. Not just to stab the enemy or your teammates,
Look.
but also to help you reduce recoil on your weapon. It seems that whenever you have your bayonet on, there is a slight reduction in the recoil of your firearm, as displayed here. Now, maybe it's just placebo effect, but I tend to be able to hit my shots a lot better whenever I got a bayonet on my weapon. My next tip for you guys is how to quick load and unload supplies. What you're going to want to do is get yourself nice and close to a supply station, hop out the whip, scan for enemies, and then go ahead and walk over to the little sign thing, hit the prompt, and then you'll see a little menu that pops up and you can just drag the supplies from the thing into your vehicle. Also, bonus tip, be ready for anything because there might be an AI hiding behind the supplies that you're loading into your vehicle. Now, when you get back to your base with your supplies, you might find that there's nowhere to put your supplies. So what you'll want to do is build a little arsenal McTitties. After you build a little arsenal McTitties, instead of unloading the supplies the classic way like this, what you could do is walk over to the sign and do the same thing that you did to put the supplies in the vehicle to take them out. My next tip for you guys might seem like a simple, self-explanatory one, but if you're looking for a certain attachment or certain weapon, loot any bodies you find. Whatever the item is that you might be looking for, it could be in that person's body. So if you get it and then equip it and put it on your stuff and then go over to the loadout and hit save, you will have that stuff every single time that you respawn, even if you're not the proper rank to have it, as long as there's supplies and an arsenal. My next tip for you guys is another one that you might be like, oh duh, that's self-explanatory, whatever, I already do that. But it is make sure you close doors. Doors are going to provide you little audio cues that might buy you a millisecond advantage against an enemy. So make sure you close doors. Also, a little bonus tip, when I was running to this building, there was the helicopter overhead. Use sound as cover to move. It might just save your life or give you the element of surprise on the ops when you're rolling in to spin their block. My next tip for you guys is make sure that you cover as much of your skin as possible because that skin will give you away. What I like to do is I like to go long sleeve with gloves and minimize the amount of skin that is visible to the enemy. My next tip for you guys is actually one that a viewer told me, shout out Morty McTitties, and this one has to do with your flashlight. Now you may notice a slight red hue coming from my player. That is in fact my flashlight. It turns out this entire time you're able to change the color of your flashlight from super bright to red. In order to do this, what you're going to want to do is equip your flashlight, inspect it, and then go ahead and just change the color. My next tip for you guys is you see these lights right here? These lights are not your friends at nighttime. Turn these lights off. Do not have these lights on. Now, this is embarrassing to say, but I don't even know if this is possible. If you could take these lights and point them out towards where you think the enemy would be coming from, that's going to be more advantageous than just pointing them towards where your team is standing. Because when they're pointing towards where your team is, you're just putting yourself in the spotlight. Literally. My next tip for you guys is specifically for the bayonet users out there. Now, with the bayonet, what you're going to want to do is not save your loadout when you have just a single bayonet equipped. Because for whatever reason, when you equip a bayonet and then save your loadout and then respawn, for whatever reason, you don't ever have your bayonet. It just doesn't appear. So what I like to do is always carry 2 bayonets and then I'll put one on my gun, save it, and then that way, each time I respawn, I have a bayonet that I could just throw back on my gun. Hopefully all of this is making sense. I'm super cooked McTitties and sleep deprived. Your boy's been working like a dog. Woof. All right, now my last tip for you guys is there's games you skip the tutorial. There's games where you can skip the tutorial and you'll be fine. ARMA Reforger is not that kind of game. Play the fucking tutorial. Anyway, slimes, I hope you guys found at least one thing in here helpful. If you guys enjoyed this kind of content, you guys know what to do to let me know. I'm not gonna say it. Don't make me say it. Should I whip out the subscriber chart here at the end of the video? Oh, am I gonna do it? No, I'm not gonna do it. Anyway, slimes, I'm going to edit this and then go to bed because I'm absolutely McTitty blasted.